to Make Some Noise. I am Jason J. Rock Houston, and I got Jammie Bosstel, a wonderful co-host of mine. And why don't you guys introduce yourself and let everybody know what band you're from?
Okay, I'm Bobby Love with Sugar Fuse.
I'm Michal Thomas. I'm in Sugar Fuse too, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm in Sugar Fuse too.
Yeah, you're the soul of Sugar Fuse, bro.
Either that, or you're just kind of tag along for a ride, right, Michael? But
Just got to use my computer.
there you go. You're along for a ride. Hey, Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, but were you at one point in Faster Pussycat?
No, that's a different Michal Thomas.
I wasn't sure. That's why I was asking. Okay, yeah. So that must be come up quite a bit, right?
Yeah, it's a very common name. Yeah, so yeah, I just it's funny. I get on Facebook every day. I get a friend request. Somebody you should friend, and it's Michal Thomas.
You know what? I got to tell you, Michael, quite a pleasant surprise. This band, Suger Fuse, because of course, Jammie brought you guys' name up to me about having you guys come on the show. So I did my homework on the band, and I said, definitely, a great sounding band. And my only question is, how have I not heard about you guys before? You're like the best kept secret.
Oh, wow. What kind words, bro?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jamie, thank you for having us on your radar, bro. That's a cool shirt.
Oh, hey, no problem. It's my band, Praise the Fallen. JJ Garcia, your drummer.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Works for Valley of Fire Records. I'm Jamie.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Praise the Fallen was on the compilation CD that
Yeah.
Valley of Fire did. Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you, bro.
Nice
Thank
to
you,
meet you,
man.
brother.
You too.
We'll probably see you soon.
Yeah.
So you guys were telling us you have a new record out. Tell us all about the new record, how people can get it.
We have it's our new record.
Oh, I got it someplace. We have props, guys.
So while he disappears, our new record, we just finished it, recorded at DSL Studios here in Louisville. Mike Baker was the engineer on the product, and then we sent it out to California, and JJ turned it over to Tim Narducci at Valley of Fire Records, and he did his magic on his mixing. And it's a 5-song EP right now.
It's just an EP.
Yeah, and you can go to sugarfuseband.com, and we've got everything on there. That CD, older CD, T-shirts, you name it, we've got it.
I think a 5-song EP is kind of a way to go, guys. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm an old school guy myself. I'm giving my age away. Born into the world in 1971. I grew up on a lot of that great classic hard rock stuff from the 70s that you guys probably did too. But the question is this, okay? I'm an old school guy. Like I much rather have a full-length album that's in the works, because I think you're on the right track as far as an EP. Always leaving wanting more, right?
Yeah, and you know what? We live in a society that is a very short attention span right now. So you got to hit them real quick, and we figure 5 songs to get them interested. And believe me, we've got a bunch more songs in the can waiting to come out too that we're going to add to the fire.
So Jammie, obviously, like I said, it was you that kind of brought these guys to my attention. Tell us a little about your story of how you discovered the band.
I discovered them through JJ. JJ's playing drums. JJ said something about them possibly coming and touring through our area, and possibly my band playing with them.
Sure.
Hopefully we line that up. And of course, I've been checking them out and want to hear your music more. I'm seeing a lot of older stuff from like 2 years ago, 4 years ago. Are you guys going to put some newer videos up here pretty soon?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Bob is the content master here. He's putting up a lot of videos right now for us. We haven't put anything on the YouTube channel in a long time because we're just wanting to do it all through Facebook and get that grassroots thing going. And we're kind of working at that route. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting because YouTube is one of those things. It's kind of a tool like for your band or somebody in the music industry, even doing what we do with this show. And it's quite interesting. I've been discovering stuff that you might not even be aware of. Like I do a show on pop culture, and I posted one of my recent episodes, and YouTube got back to me because I was mentioning we were doing an episode on my favorite classic TV show theme songs. I happen to mention the fact that, believe it or not, the Happy Days song hit the chart in Britain, and because I mentioned Britain, we kind of got flagged. Not supposed to mention anything. They say, "Oh, your show's political," but So it's pretty
What?
cool when
It's
you're a new
crazy.
band that you research this stuff and you find out about this. Because I think Facebook's kind of that way too, but it's a necessary thing that you got to find a way to work with, you know?
You got to work with what you got. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's just crazy. It's a crazy world. So
And
like,
so, yeah, why don't you guys tell us about your influences growing up?
oh, interesting. Great question.
Um, Me, I was a kid of the '70s, so I mean, living in the Chicago area, you heard a lot of Cheap Trick,
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
REO
Yeah, yeah,
Speedwagon,
yeah.
heard
Oh yeah.
a lot of REO Speedwagon. I mean, me and Bob, before we were of age to get into the clubs, used to go down to a club in our hometown and sit in the parking lot and listen to the bands inside the club, just ripping through some of our favorite songs, because we
Yeah,
couldn't get into the club.
that's the way. That's what used to be done. Yeah, even in Hollywood, back in the Sunset Strip days, you couldn't get in the clubs. You'd be out there wishing you could, and you'd be hearing the band inside, like, oh man, when I'm 18, I'm going in there.
Yeah. Yeah. We're pulling a lot of influences from early rock,
Yeah,
classic.
yeah, like I was watching a video for what now this is killer track. Drinking gasoline. I mean, doesn't get more rocking than that song, but like a 1970s flashback to me. But man, I'm like, I can't wait to hear the new stuff.
Dude, well, I tell you what, with JJ Garcia and Brian James committing and joining us in this thing, dude, they were just here last weekend, and we
Okay.
finally got in the same room together, and we spent a couple days just going over stuff. Man, it clicks so fast. And
Man,
these guys
man,
just
you guys
really,
talk about old school, being in the same room, not
Yeah.
phoning it in. Yeah.
get in the same room, turn it up, use chords,
Yeah.
Yeah.
love it.
Okay, Jamie, I'm going to throw it to you. You must have some questions for the guys.
So you guys are in Louisville, right? Is that right, Michael?
Yeah, that's right. We're in Louisville.
What's that?
Yes, we're in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah.
Right on. So JJ flew out and seen you guys and played with you. I said he did some videos with you there too.
Yeah. Yeah. We shot a bunch of
Yeah,
content.
we recorded everything, in a recording program, and I also had a GoPro out and just captured as much footage. How it goes. Just Jamie
I
to
do.
review and to hear stuff. You get it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. So your bass player, where's he live at?
Brian is in Los Angeles with JJ.
Oh wow, okay.
Brian and JJ are like probably besides the guys that play with Zach are probably the best bass and drum duo that nobody's heard of. And they
Traveling rhythm section.
They are so badass. These guys, wow, they're just badass. Yeah, gosh, what a
So
gift.
how did you guys come together being you're in Louisville and he's out there and
JJ and well, way back in the day when me and Bob moved to LA, JJ became our drummer in early versions of a band out there called Haphazard.
that's right. Okay.
JJ played with us for years out there. Bob ended up moving away, and I ended up playing with JJ and Brian in another band
Okay.
out there in LA. That's how that connection came up. And then
Okay.
when me and Bob were putting this project together here, we talked with JJ and everything. JJ and Brian said, "Dude, we're on. We'll come out. We're on. We'll do this." And
Yeah.
so it's full circle all over again.
Now,
That's
I
pretty
got to ask you
awesome.
guys, excuse me, Jamie, as far as the name, I love the name Sugar Fuse. I always love to ask about the story behind the name. I mean, I'm kind of guessing, correct me if I'm wrong. I hear some pop candy like when I'm listening to your tunes.
Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of that in there, man. I like that at 70s radio stuff, and I love like melody. One of the bands I draw from a lot because I just love them is Life, Sex, and Death.
Oh,
They had the one album, and I
Yeah.
just love the mixture of heavy, and then all of a sudden, whoa, will it take? They throw this melody out that's like, what? Because
yeah, that was one of those bands from the 90s that, like you said, every so often the name comes up, and oh, yeah, I remember hearing about the guitar player. Very
Yeah.
underrated, though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
totally.
underrated.
Yeah. I like your song Love and Water. That's good too.
Thank you.
That's memorable for
Thank-
sure.
bro, thanks for hearing that stuff.
Yeah, that's actually an older recording with two other guys that filled in for us to help us record the songs and everything.
Okay.
but they just didn't want to stick around for what was going to happen. So we moved on.
Yeah, like talking to you guys. They didn't want to be part of it.
Wow, wow.
We spent a lot of time with a lot of musicians. Well, just a few musicians when we started
Right.
Sugar Fuse. It was birthed during COVID because Mike and I was frustrated, like the rest of the world was, just
Yeah.
like what the fuck is going on? And
Oh,
we
yeah.
said, let's write a song and make a music video. So we wrote Throttle and did a music video for Throttle.
Okay.
And, the guys that
And being that was during COVID, what was when you posted the video on that? You know, that must have been quite thrilling when people responded. But did you get the immediate reaction from the fans?
I don't think so.
No, it's kind of weird.
Not
You know,
really.
the earlier stuff we put on really was a slow crawl
Okay.
to people to come out because people, I don't know, it was weird. People were just kind of weird at first, whether looking for something new or not. They were just it just really didn't catch on. The
Yeah.
stuff we're putting out now,
Yeah.
I mean, we're just leaps and bounds going. I mean, we'll put something out, and within a couple hours, we've got 200 or 300 views on something already. So it's picking up now.
You know what's obvious in talking to you guys is you guys have a real bond, a real chemistry. Was that immediate, or did it? I mean, it's just like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me and Bob have known each other since just out of high school,
Yeah,
and we've been in it and out of each other's lives for that whole entire time.
yeah.
So
And every time that happened, we would do something musically. We were in a Van Halen tribute band, not like a tribute band.
yeah, we
were
were
just
dressing
us.
up. Yeah,
We were just us doing some
Right.
classic deep cuts of Van Halen, and then we were just recently in a Red Hot Chili Pepper tribute band.
I could see that. Wow, wow.
We pulled it off pretty good. And
yeah, we had fun.
man, Mike
Oh,
and
yeah.
I have gone into the studio with players before, and I want to shout out to my son, Maxwell Reno Hickle. He played the drums on this new CD, and
Wow.
he stuck with us as long as he could. He said, Dad, I want to go be a welder. I was like, all right, bro, thanks.
Hey, that's ultimate Van Halen tribute, father and son.
That's awesome.
But yeah, where were we at? What were we talking about?
But no, I mean, back to what Jamie was saying. I know JJ he's basically kind of running the show as far as booking the band and everything. So
Yeah.
we do have a show at the Whiskey, September 17th. We're opening up for Count 77,
Wow.
Danny Tucker's band.
Yeah.
Danny from Counts Customs.
Oh, was that a TV show about cars or something?
Yeah, Count 77. They got a cool band, man. He's got this really cool, they wrote a cool song a couple years ago called Riding with the Sons of Perdition that I've been listening to a lot.
It's old school.
Yeah, it's like that 70s
rock,
classic stuff. I love it.
It's cool. We like it.
Okay.
So
Right.
we're doing that show with them, and then I know JJ's in the talks right now with some shows in the Midwest,
Yeah.
up near your neck of the woods, Jamie. And
Dave, where are you at?
I'm in South Bend, Indiana. We're north of
South
that,
Bend, Indiana? Dude,
Yeah.
we're right down the road from you, bro.
right?
Hey, and I shared with Jamie where he's from in Indiana, hometown of the legendary Diamond Dave.
You're right.
Oh.
That's true.
Did one of you guys go to Chesterton High School?
Yes, I did.
You did, Bobby?
I did.
I did too.
Come on, man. Class of 82.
90.
Okay.
And Garcia was JJ was before me. He knew my cousin too.
Were you involved in wrestling or anything?
Not I was in middle school.
Okay.
I was in band. I was in a Trojan Guard.
But if I could do it again, I would have gone to the Trojan Guard.
Yeah.
But I was a punk and I just made fun of them.
That's what yep, I took that. We were band fags.
That's what it's called, man.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Cancel culture might get mad. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're from Chesterton. I had my Letterman jacket forever, Jamie, and then my sons lost it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
If I knew that, I would have showed you. I still have my marching band jacket.
Oh, bad.
nice.
I still have it. I put it on one day. I was like, wow, it still fits. Crazy.
Good job. Good job.
That's awesome. That's
Yep,
awesome.
marching band in Chesterton, and went to the military. I lived in California, Sacramento,
Oh, right.
in '91. So it was prime time in '91. When I was out there, all I saw was original bands. So
Yeah,
to go from Little Chesterton, as you know, Bobby, to go from Chesterton to California and see nothing but original music, you're just like, well, this must be the way it is, you know?
Michael went to Valparaiso.
yeah. I went to Valpo.
What? Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Wow.
I went to Valpo. Yeah.
I grew up on Meridian Road between
Knock it off, dude.
Yeah.
He used to walk down Meridian Road drunk.
right down the road from Pine Ski Lodge. I
Yeah,
lived-
Exactly. Pine Ski Lodge.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. That's awesome.
That's
Wow.
fun. Thank you for that. That's
Well, that's
cool.
crazy. We're all from the same area. That's insane.
Yeah.
Close.
And Michael and I were out there in Haphazard in 1991 playing Gazzari's and the Troubadour.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
I got to ask you guys, did you ever meet the grandfather of rock, Bill Gazzari himself?
We have the last interview with him.
Dude, it's kind of crazy. We played
God bless
Gazzari's.
Bill.
We played Gazzari's a couple times, and we had a friend that was trying to put together a pilot for a TV show, and it was called "Caught in the Act." And he has one of the last recorded interviews of Bill Gazzari
Wow.
in that pilot for that.
Yeah, he
TV
was
show.
a cool dude. He was laid back and a lot of
I mean,
fun.
you know, just hearing that, I mean, you guys have really paid your dues, you know, rocking and rolling all these years, and having, you know, that kind of great story to tell with the late great Bill Gazzari. I mean, you guys have definitely paid your dues. So I'm glad to see that, you know, something's finally starting to happen for you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fun. It's always happened.
It's always-
just people just didn't hear it.
yeah.
You know.
So
Like
now
I said,
hopefully-
best kept secret now. Talk about the writing, because all these songs I was checking out, you know, that you guys have on the YouTube page, they all got great hooks. So does everybody write, or is there a main songwriter?
It's just really right now. It's just Michael and I,
Yeah.
which is enough, and the process is so much fun. Should I tell you what we do?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
It really starts with Mike. It really does. We get into a room, I hit record, I smoke some pot, and I
Okay.
listen. I get to listen to him just play and do whatever and fumble and play with one note for a while, and then he'll
Yeah.
rip something.
And then he yells at me.
And I'll go,
"Play that
dude, that's
again."
it. That's it. I'll go, that's it. Now just do that over and over again.
So, Mike, does everything typically start with a riff, or do you write the lyrics as well?
No, I'm not a lyric guy.
Mike contributes lyrics.
A little bit here, and I'll
Yeah.
say, hey, why don't you try this word instead of that word?
Well, you said, hey man, try. Why not
I
try?
can say that, yeah.
Okay.
But mostly, man, I'm just playing the guitar, and I'm just like lost in that most of the time. And like I said, if I didn't have Bob there to catch what I'm doing, I forget half the stuff I keep playing.
I think-
I'm just always just playing
It's
it.
nice to have a partner to kind of experiment with stuff with, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
it's so it's really amazing that he can just come up with riffs, and he'll just run right over them. It's like, dude, you just passed it by. Play that again. And thank God I record everything because I can go, here it go, Mike.
Now, when you guys like go in the studio and you start just kind of jamming out these songs and recording and kind of seeing what comes out, do you ever keep any of it, like, and kind of revisit it maybe down the line?
Oh, gee.
What a great question.
Yeah, Bob just looked at his computer the other day, and we had to get another terabyte of external drive for all the unused songs and all the practices and rehearsals, and stuff that just says Mike playing guitar, I'm stoned, Mike's playing guitar, stuff like that. And it's
It's true.
just
He ain't lying, man. He ain't lying.
just pages and pages of it.
He does
No
lie.
shortage of
He's not
material.
lying.
Wow. And even just as you're kind of talking, Mike, you're talking about all these years of being in the business. And I imagine the technology, since I've been doing these interviews and stuff, start out, doing it on over the phone and then transcribing and all this stuff and getting a little digital recorder, doing it over Zoom now. I can imagine all the difference in technology that you've seen recording wise.
It's funny. I'm looking over at we're in the rehearsal room right now, and if you guys could see, I've got two 4-track recorders, old school 4-track recorders, still sitting on
That's
I've got a digital recorder, which was the next level after that, sitting on the
Yeah.
Jamie, you have the same thing, I bet, right?
and I've got my laptop over there, which GarageBand that I use for demoing stuff that I throw onto
Hey,
a,
whatever works,
There you
man.
go. There you go.
and over in the corner, I've got 2-inch reel-to-reels from Haphazard.
Real to
I've
real. Oh my God.
Wow.
I've got all kinds of stuff, man. I mean,
Now the haphazard stuff, like you say, you have old reels to reel stuff.
Yeah.
Any chance that stuff will ever like get an official release? Or
it's so hard to find a studio, especially in our area,
yeah.
has a 2-inch reel-to-reel machine
You're a
in
10
existence.
real.
I mean, I could always, sneak out to California and go to Dave Grohl's studio and say, "Hey, man, you mind if
Hey
we
Dave, you want to help us out?
from the '80s?"
Analog,
It
right?
ain't that good. It ain't that good.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it was. It is what it is, and it was what it was then. So
And that's like Buddhist.
So Jamie, I got to ask you, being a guitar player yourself, a fellow musician, when you were listening to the Sugar Fuse stuff, talk about what you thought about the guitar riffs. Pretty bad, huh?
Oh yeah, they're pretty great, man, for sure. Like I said, I like Love and Water, and I liked Geronimo and Throttle. I mean, I can only go by what I see on the YouTube right now.
Oh, sure.
I was looking for your new album to be streaming. Is that going to be streaming at all, guys? Or
JJ is working on that because I think it's going to start streaming, but we're not sure if it's going to be through Valley of Fire or if it's just going to be through us. We're not sure how that's going to go yet. I know he talked to us about being on the next compilation.
Yeah, and that is a go.
Okay.
I spoke to JJ a couple days ago, and he said, "Yeah, that is a go." So he said, "Be sure to share it with you guys. We're going to be on Valley Fire compilation CD. That's kind of cool."
Yeah.
yeah, we were just on the other one. My single, my band's single, "Low," was on there. It was actually just featured on Eddie Trunk's Trunk Nation too.
Oh wow.
Good.
Badass,
Very
dude.
good,
I'm sorry, Jamie. I need to
Hey
check
Jamie.
that out. Sure,
Yeah. Thanks for letting everybody know that. Man, that's great news to hear. Hear that I wasn't even aware. Wow.
I thought I
Congratulations.
told you about that. No,
Might have messaged me. I might have read over. I'm sorry about that.
This episode is all just breaking news.
We're here to make some noise about some
breaking
Sugar Fuse.
news from Chesterton and Valpo, right? No. We got JJ from Chesterton. We got you from Valpo, and it's crazy, man. That's a small world, huh? I mean, what brought you guys to Louisville?
Wow.
A friend of ours had a construction company, and Bob came down first and went to work for him. And then while they were talking, they said, "Hey, I need a good electrician." And Bob said, "Hey, man, Mike lives right up the road." I was still living in Indiana at the time.
Oh, really?
Electrician, have him come down.
Yeah, he's a master electrician, man. He can hook stuff up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Cool.
Hey,
Just don't get shocked like Ace Frehley on stage.
exactly.
Shock me.
Yeah.
You gotta pay the bills, man. Gotta
Jamie,
pay the
did you
bills.
say you had a go
Yeah.
kart?
What's that?
Jamie, did you say you had a go kart?
No, I work on RVs and Elkhart.
Oh, killer.
The RV capital of the world.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what I do. I fix stuff on RVs.
Right on, man.
Badass.
I didn't know that about you, Jamie. Let me ask you, with that breaking news, Jamie, you ever get to go on a road trip in any of those RVs you work on?
No, man, but I got a funny story. I worked at Jayco out in Middlebury, Indiana, and I built Stephen Piercy and Brett Michaels' RV.
Nice.
They came in they did a tour to check out the RVs, and they picked the ones out. I helped build it, and I was like, "Man, take me with you."
Yeah. Right
Man,
on.
like be your guitar tech.
Right on.
I'll wear a gig, man. Come on.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's fun. I like what they're doing though. I like what Stephen Percy's doing right now. I mean, I like that he's out there with Rat.
Yeah, he's got Doug Aldrich playing for him now.
No, not Doug Aldrich. Joel Hoekstra, who also used to play in.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Joe Hulks, not Doug Aldrich. He's in Dead Daisies, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
I'm sorry.
No. And then he's not officially out with Rat. That's his solo band, but every so often he also does something with Warren DeMartini, which is pretty cool what they're able to do.
Yeah.
That's
I
actually
I seen Whitesnake in 2013. You guys remember this place, the Holiday Star Plaza?
Knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be the Holiday Star Theater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not there no more. It closed down, but I saw Whitesnake in 2013 there.
That's awesome.
And he's at it, man. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we saw Iron Maiden there,
there's Iron Maiden,
Night
there.
Ranger. Who else, man? There's some cool bands.
Yeah, I
I
got to
saw
ask
Poison
Iron Maiden. What do you
Yeah,
guys
we
think
saw
about?
Poison here.
Yeah.
Jamie and I had the same show.
Wow,
I
wow.
saw Poison. Do you open up and say,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
I
we were
was-
there. We
my
were
mom
there.
took me? It was weird. Took me to a Poison concert. I mean, you know? Keep your eyes closed, Jamie. Don't be looking at those girls over there.
You,
Like,
you guys laugh, but you know they're coming up on 40 years.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know, and it's amazing. You've talked about Poison because their popularity went down a little in the 90s, and then they got back together, and it's never been the same since. You know, as far as they don't always go out every so often, but when they do, people go out and see them. You know.
We'll definitely
Oh
go.
yeah. Yeah.
I just saw Brett's solo band about 6 months ago. Place was packed.
Oh yeah.
Place was packed.
Yeah,
Lots of
and-
soccer. Lots of
And you know
soccer.
why that is because they got the songs that have all the great hooks, and people
Mhm.
remember growing up with them and going to see them, and it brings back memories. And that's why, like you guys talk about playing in a tribute band. Tribute bands I enjoy going to see myself, you know, because I call it rock and roll theater. Kind of the same thing, you know. We remember
yeah.
we remember those songs from when we were growing up, and I seen some bands so good. I seen a Guns N' Roses tribute band. I swore it was Axl Rose from 1987.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, what the recent tribute that's going around with Alex Kane playing guitar and Chips Enough on bass?
No,
What's that?
Chips Nuts.
What's the guy that's playing bass?
I'm not sure. What is
I'm
that?
not sure either, but we'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Pretty tied up.
pretty tied up.
Pretty tied up.
Yeah, you talk about pretty tied up.
No, I'm talking about one from California, where I'm from. Actually, they're called Appetite for Destruction. The number
yeah.
4. Yeah, Gar
Okay.
Boris. Yeah, he does a pretty mean Axl Rose on stage. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we had fun
Okay.
doing that Chili Peppers tribute band. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
You guys ever met Chip?
Haven't met Chip yet.
No.
No, Chip, no.
I know.
You know?
My drummer actually left my band to join Enough's Enough.
Oh,
We can understand that. Ooh.
so he
Like,
gags from you.
Oh,
2015. Yeah, he left my band to join Enough's Enough.
So Jamie, he should be able to get you in to see Chip, right?
I'm still cool with Chip. As a matter of fact,
That's
when
cool.
Colin opened up for Enough's Enough, I spent a couple hours with Chip before the show. We had a drink and stuff and talked. And he goes, "You should be out there, man." I'm like, "Yeah," but like you get said, I'm like, "I got bills to pay, bro. I can't live and eat sandwiches." You know,
Yeah.
That's got to be hard. He's like 64, rolling around in a van, and I'll tell you, he sat there with me. He goes, "Man," I go, "How's it going, Chip?" He goes, "Man, I'm tired." I'm like, "I bet you are, dude. You're like 64 years old, rolling around in a van, dude."
Think how Mick Jagger and Keith Richards feel their age in their 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, Mick Jagger compared to Chip's Enough, Mick Jagger's huge. You know, he can live in luxury on tour, probably.
Yeah,
Chip's
sure, no doubt, no doubt.
man.
No disrespect. I gotta tell you, no disrespect to Chip. I love Enough's Enough, another legendary kind of band from Chicago. You know, around the same area I think that Cheap Trick came out of.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. He knows everybody too. He knows everybody. What's that?
Yeah, he knows everybody, man. Everybody.
He does. Yep, he sure does. Did you guys ever experience back in the Haphazard days or anything? Or were you in any bands at the time when you lived in Indiana? Did you play the White House and Niles?
No,
Michigan?
you know what? I didn't play the White House and Niles, but we went there and saw Bittersweet, but who eventually became Lily and Axe. They, Bittersweet and them guys.
Oh, Steve Blaze. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they
Hey,
were
Jason, who do I know from Lillian Axe?
The guitar player, yeah.
guitar player, yeah.
I started my band Praise the Fallen with John Sturr.
Oh, okay, yeah, John, yeah, exactly. He was the other guitar player.
Wow.
Yep,
Yeah,
the blonde guy. He was the only blonde in the band. Yep.
wow, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we never played. We never played the White House. We wanted to, but we never got up to that point. We played
Yeah.
around. We just played around what I would call like that lower Lake Michigan corridor right there, across
Yeah.
LaPorte.
I think
I
we played.
never
Nails-
played there either. I came here in '93 and it's just a fluke. I was in a band in 2006. We got real popular. John came back. His dad was sick. He came back. He saw me in open jam. He liked my songs. We put Praise the Fallen together. We made a record.
Yeah,
I like that
John's
name.
long. He passed in 2014.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for coming on the show, man. I really enjoy getting to know you, Michael and Bob, and I want to tell you guys when the EP drops, we'd love to have you come back so we can talk
Yeah.
specifically about the EP and the songs because I've loved everything I've heard from you guys so far. I can imagine the newer stuff's got kick even more ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot. We enjoy just the opportunity to talk with you guys and everything and kind of relive some old stuff and talk with some friends from the same neighborhood we're from.
Yeah. It's crazy,
Yeah, well,
man.
you guys are welcome on Make Some Noise. Anytime we made some serious noise with Bobby and Michael tonight. Thanks for coming on, guys. We'd love to have you back. Like I said, take care.
Thank
Anytime.
you,
You guys
man.
have a good
Peace.
one, man. Peace
To
out.
see you again.
Peace
Hope to
out.
see you soon, man.
All right. Thanks, Jamie.
All right, later.